may recognize our next guest from the TV show The Unit or her Golden Globe winning role as Lily Harper on the series I'll Fly Away.
Well, now she's spreading her wings and creating a new off-Broadway play called Stop.Reset. Regina Taylor, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And we have to start off because we know you know all about the Tonys. They were last night. What did you think about Cicely Tyson's big win?
I loved that she won, and she was so beautiful, so elegant. I just saw her performance this weekend, and I tell you, I was just crying all through the whole thing. I was just boo-hoo. Just beautiful performance.
Were there any other highlights for you from yesterday evening?
Oh, absolutely. Mr. Courtney Vance's win with Lucky Guy, as well as Billy Porter and Miss Miller.
Miss Miller, yes.
Pippin.
Patina Miller, yes.
Yes.
She's fantastic. She's fantastic. So most people know you from TV or movies like The Negotiator, Losing Isaiah, and Lean on Me. But you also have a real deep theater background. And let me get this correct. You were the first black woman to play Juliet in Romeo and Juliet on Broadway in 1987.
That's right.
How groundbreaking was that?
It was pretty incredible. I loved doing it, and I loved the surprise of it when people came in to see the play. They were surprised to see me playing Juliet. I think it's really wonderful that it's come full circle with Miss Rashad coming in and playing it this year.
Yeah, she's Condola will be starting in August, and she's starring opposite Mr. Bloom. Yeah, so Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Yes.
Any advice you have for Miss Condola Rashad?
Oh, I don't think she needs any advice. She's such a beautiful actress.
That's true. She was up for one of the Tonys last night. And it seems like there are more and more people of color playing leading roles on Broadway. Now, do you think that, you know, the theater is finally starting to become colorblind?
Well, I think that people are seeing the numbers, and it is about business, and African American audiences are coming to fill those seats.
Well, is it true you almost didn't become an actor? You were going to pursue a career in journalism?
That's right. I went to school as a journalism major. I've always written...
So did I, but you ended up on Broadway, and I'm here.
Well, I got a little segue. When I went to college, I was trying to get an easy credit by taking an acting class. All the jocks told me, okay, you can get an A in this class. So I took it, and I fell in love with it.
Really?
Just really felt empowered, finding my own voice in that way, as well as writing. So I've continued to do both.
Well, now, with your new play, you're actually writing, you're not acting, you're writing and directing in it. It's called Stop.Reset. But explain a little bit about that transition that you went through to become a writer and director of this play instead of acting. And do you ever find yourself, like, correcting some of the actors, like, this is how I would do it? Do it like this?
No. I don't think I can get away with that. But it is that I appreciate actors, and so I write for them and I direct for them. And so we have a wonderful time. It's a great way. I understand how to communicate then in a different way. The play is being done at the Signature Theater here in New York City. It'll be going up in August 20th, opening September 8th. And it's a piece that's about the world that we live in right now, the changes that are happening right now in terms of technology as well as socially, in every way. Things are changing so fast. We have African-American president inauguration second time this year, to the anniversary of the March on Washington this year.
That's so true.
To the issue of gay marriage in front of the Supreme Court this year, all the changes that are happening technologically as well. It takes place in Chicago. It's about this book publisher, African-American book publisher.
And why did you choose to focus in the literary world specifically?
The question for me, starting out with this play, questions that I have about this world, and the fact that I grew up with books, the love of books, and understanding the power of words, that to have those bookstores taken away that I can just walk to, I'm going, well, what's happening? And looking at then what's next, what will replace it, and that's always what's happening, how we deal with the changes. But let's start with books then. And with this book publisher, he's saying my business may fail, it's going down because people are buying e-books. I know I have to adapt, as we all have to adapt to something at this point in time. I have to adapt my business. And he identifies his business with himself. What can I do? As he's doing that, he's looking at how he doesn't really want to change. He loves the weight, the smell, the feel of books.
Well, it seems like all these issues that you're talking about are about social change and happening. Did you just sit there
Yes.
one moment and say, I need to do a play about all these changes in society? Bring awareness or something?
I think it was generally about, this tone poem about change. And starting with how I relate to it with how we present ourselves, how we empower ourselves through telling our stories.
So how does your title reflect that? Stop, reset.
Right, it is. We're going into e-books. We're going into, what's next with books is that like holograms. We love books because we can submerge ourselves into those people's lives, their skins. We walk through and see things through their eyes. Will that be the next step with books, that we literally do that?
So it's a 3D experience of
Right,
sorts.
right, and it is very much about our identity. I think the books that I've read have been a part of my spine now, from reading Soul on Ice to Baldwin to all the classics, Shakespeare to Toni Morrison.
Yes.
Those are pieces that. When I think about Toni Morrison, she spoke to me.
Yes.
She spoke the truth of my life, and so I could
What book
know
in
that someone
particular
else.
spoke to you?
Oh my gosh! From
I love Beloved. That's one of my favorites.
Beloved, I mean, I
And
read
Sula,
that straight
I also
through.
love Sula.
Sula, Song of Solomon to
Bluest
The
Eye.
Bluest Eye.
Yes.
All of those pieces spoke to me directly. That you can see yourself, that you know that you're not alone in this world.
Absolutely.
Books can do that, the power of books. So, yes, Stop, Reset is about how this man, African-American man, is trying to hold on to his identity and pass on one's legacy. We pass that palm to palm through storytelling, writing it down, books. But he finds that as he's interviewing each of his workers at this office, he's going to have to fire someone who is now obsolete. The job is obsolete. Who can make that transition? He's questioning them, questioning himself. At the same time, and all these workers are around 40 and over. There's one young man who's 19 years old. He is semi-literate, but very tech-savvy. He's very literate in that. He starts talking to this young man, and he's thinking, is this the person I should pass things on to? The only problem with that is that the young man has no interest in history, and that's what the older man is interested in, is preserving our history, our stories, our information, our memories through books. And the young man is only interested in the present moment and the future. And one might think he might be from the future.
Oh, okay.
So
A
it's
little
kind
sci-fi
of goes
there,
into
too.
sci-fi.
Well, in addition to being a triple threat, we
Yes.
have to speak about your charity work. You work closely with the Ovarian Cancer
Yes,
Awareness
absolutely. My
Society.
mother
Can you walk
passed-
us through that?
Yes, my mother passed from ovarian cancer about 7 years ago, and so,
sorry.
thank you very much. Really wonderful woman, fought a wonderful battle, and it really taught me a great deal about how to live life through her. And I think we need to raise the awareness to know what the symptoms might be, to get checked up regularly is my mission.
Well, I've heard you speak before about early detection being the key. What are some of the other signs that women can look out for involving ovarian cancer?
Yes, it's excessive bleeding, it's puffiness, it's bloatedness, it's tiredness, excessive. If those symptoms are ongoing, you need to get checked out.
Okay, so Stop, Reset, that's only one of 3 plays that you're currently working on?
Yes, it's
What?
really...
When do you have time? One play is difficult enough, and you have 3?
Actually, I'm working on more than
Really?
that. But,
wow.
All at the
always
same
something
time, or do you start one and stop it, or working?
Yes,
Wow.
it's rotating, but it's a great opportunity with Signature Theater in that they have this new space, wonderful space designed by Gary, and they invited different writers, a collective of writers, and they said, You're here, residency 5. You'll be here for the next 5 years writing 3 plays each, and we guarantee that we will produce each of those plays in the next 5 years. Also, they have a great mission in that the tickets, a lot of the tickets can be bought for $25.
$25 in New York City?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
like
deal.
that.
And you get these amazing writers telling great stories.
All right, we'll definitely look forward to seeing Stop, Reset, and all of your other plays that you'll be producing for them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for being here. And thank you. You're watching Arise Entertainment 360.